She has been the headliner here in Baton Rouge all year long, and this is a young lady that can do some damage at both ends of the floor. Keep an eye on her because Michigan's going to have to.
Atmosphere brilliant. This feels like it's going to be a very compelling battle between two teams that have been excellent all year. Michigan in its record fifth straight tournament. LSU won 28 games in the regular season. And a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line inside the Pete Maravich Center. First look is from deep. That's Kateri Poole, who's making her second start of the year for LSU. Played well in that opening win on Friday. Michigan coming back the other way with a bevy of playmaking guards and skill players. Here's one of them. This is Emily Kaiser, who averages more than 16 points per game. Late shot clock. Here's the fifth-year senior, Leah Brown. Guarded closely by Poole. 2 seconds to shoot. You see the major impact the crowd is making on the first possession. It's a shot clock violation. So these are our Capital One starting lineups. We'll begin with Kim Mulkey starting 5. There's Angel Reese, number 10, in the white jersey today. Averages almost 24 points a game. However, Reese has to take a seat down immediately. You can see she's tended to what looks like a bloody lip. Yeah,
she was trying to get the officials' attention earlier. Couldn't get off the floor, but after that 30-second shot clock violation, the play was stopped. I will tell you this, today's game is going to be physical, and that's the one thing that you're going to see from Michigan is they are very, very tall. They're big at the guard position and at the forward position.
All this delay does is give the 10,000 plus that are in the building a chance to swell.
Yeah, again, just a inadvertent contact here as the ball goes by Angel Reese looking for the rebound. They will get her patched up and back on the floor soon.
Reese is already starting to jog towards the scorer's table, so she has been patched up. Yeah, physicality is going to be the name of the game today. Inside, this is LaDeja Williams. Couldn't stick the fall away, and Layla Felia with the rebound.
A couple of good defensive possessions from Michigan.
Felia with the left hand, no.
I expect LSU to get up and down the floor. One of the ways to beat this physical defense is to score before it can be set up.
Williams turns and scores.
LSU obviously has a number of players that can score.
Here's Kaiser. Up with the left. Got it.
Yeah, that's just experience right there.
Angel Reese remains sitting at the scorer's table, waiting to check back in. Here's Alexis Morris, the other cornerstone this year for the program. On the pull-up, who else can provide a bit of the offense outside of just Reese against a Michigan team that's terrific defensively? Felia lost it. Poole bounces it ahead. Brown got her hands on it. That's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Michigan, so the Wolverines take it, and Reese checks back in.
Carson is a terrific shooter, but Poole brings a different element to that starting lineup when you're playing against a team like Michigan, who's known for their physicality.
The 3 seniors in Michigan starting rotation in that opening round victory. So all of them 17 or more. After the miss, Reese has got it. She does this often, even for a 6'4" post player. She could start the break. Starting to size up Kaiser and instead back out to Poole.
Well, it really allows LSU to get the ball down quickly if she's rebounding, looking up the floor.
Williams, nice head fake. Missed the layup. There's the prowess of Reese on the glass. Michigan 23-9, won 11 games in conference in a rugged Big Ten. Finished 5th. Ultimately were awarded a 6th seed. This is their 5th straight tournament. They are just a perennial 20-win team now. Nolan, the baseline drive, finds Felia. Is able to keep her feet inbounds. Williams over the right shoulder. Morris to the corner. Johnson with a 3 from that corner previously. Now 0 of 2 from deep. LaDeja Williams flexes up with the right. Reese one more time. A third chance. Oh, man, it bounces out of bounds. For a squad that is a roster of 12, it includes 9 first-year players, a handful of freshmen plus 5 first-year transfers. And they have blended together, to say the least, and have risen the bar, in a sense. A Mulkey second year back in her home state. Nice feed inside to Williams. That is Reese to LaDasia Williams. Nice big-to-big passing that time.
Those two play so well high-low, and Reese just has such great vision with that size and that arm length.
Much more efficient start offensively today than Friday for LSU. Felia wants 3. Book it. Reese has gotten all those looks on offensive rebounds. And that was just whistled for the charge previously. She's got it. Turns on Williams. Michigan shows some help. Poole, extra pass. Johnson wants it. No. New 20-second shot clock.
And that's 8 offensive rebounds already for LSU. Angel Reese with 5 of those, 6 of those.
Boy, that is a monumental amount in the first quarter. 2 to play in the first. Winner to the Sweet 16 next weekend. Morris has to heave it with 1 on the timer. Reese got it, fouled, headed to the free throw line. How many offensive rebounds now for Reese? What's that, 4?
That's 8.
Is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to NCAA.com.
LSU's making Michigan put the ball on the floor. That's the kind of shot right there that Brown is usually very good at.
The ricochets to Kaiser, had a look momentarily. Couldn't get it to go off the window. Jasmine Carson into the game for the first time for LSU, number 2 in the white.
Jasmine is the usual starter for LSU at the 2 position.
Reese looking, sizing up Kaiser, underneath with the left hand.
Yeah, she can put the ball on the floor. She does a great job of keeping it low with her dribble. I feel pretty good about the fact that they're just down by 5 right now.
They haven't scored in more than 4.5 minutes. A lot of late shot clock looks. Felia can't convert.
Just not a lot of sharing of the basketball. Again, LSU taking away a lot of the first options.
Ten seconds, end of the first.
Yeah, look for Flajay Johnson or somebody coming out this double down pick.
It's Carson, steps to her left, puts it up, in and out. LSU, though, takes a 5-point lead into our first quarter break. Goodness, 10 rebounds in the first quarter. A lot of those on the offensive glass.
Yeah, almost a double-double for Angel Reese in the first quarter with 6 points as well. And that's the way she went to work on Friday.
Oh, how did that go in?
Yeah, that's a talented young lady right there.
The 7 points for Michigan in the first quarter was a season low for any quarter for the Wolverines this season. So it must try to ignite on the other end. Carson, yes.
We were talking today in shoot-around about how Carson shoots about 65 to 70% of the time her shots are threes. That is what she does.
Brown, close range look, bounces out. And so Leah Brown is still without a bucket. She's 0-4 from the floor. That is Michigan's leading scorer. Williams a little hesitant, so passes it back out.
Yeah, that's what Michigan would like to do today, is make LSU hesitant at the offensive end. It hasn't worked thus far.
Carson again. Couldn't have asked for a better start for the 5th-year senior from Memphis. Crowd a major factor that Michigan is going to have to deal with today. More than 10,000 inside the PMAC. That's a turnover.
She's got some confidence.
And these are her first triples in 5 games.
Yeah.
And so as a team, they made 1 in a decisive win over Hawaii in that round of 64 battle. So Carson's already doubled the supply.
Yeah, well, she made 7 in one game against Florida, yes, earlier this season. So you know she can shoot. She just has been a little bit cold.
They're doubling up Michigan.
Well, Michigan needs to respond right now. They need to get some stops. Their defense has not been effective the last couple of times down.
LSU's been patient. has used the clock effectively. Now Carson just has to heave it. Oh, would have been 3 in a row. Reese, that's her 8th offensive rebound. Couldn't stick it back. Williams on the other side of the glass. Michigan maybe numbers the other way. Jordan Hobbs into the game. The leaner, no.
Yeah, 1 and done.
Yeah, Michigan 0 second chance points compared to 8 for LSU. Carson wants it. Oh, another! Timeout, Michigan.
In just 6 minutes, she has 9 points. She's got 3 threes. She comes in hot off the bench. The young lady has as many points as Michigan has here already in the game. And you're right, it has electrified this crowd and the team.
So LSU has certainly handed out the first knockdown. And what is the response for Michigan? It's got to pick itself up off the canvas. Nice pass that time from Kaiser to Kyra Evans, to the freshman from Australia. Didn't play too many minutes on Friday. LSU unbeaten in this building. And they've won 22 in a row inside the Pete Maravich Center. This is the great advantage of being awarded one of the top 4 seeds and hosting the first 2 games of the tournament. Oh, Reese with a pretty spin move.
And that was the 12th offensive rebound right there for LSU.
There's Hobbs to Evans again.
Two times down. Well, you have to believe that Michigan, with their experience, should be able to kind of pull things back together and figure out a way to be a little bit more effective at both ends of the floor. This is right where Kim Mulkey wants her team to be, getting on the offensive glass, getting down the floor.
Nolan hit those big threes a couple of days ago, finds Kaiser, could not stick it from straight away.
Well, if you look at the line here, Maddie Nolan, 0 points. Leah Brown, 0 points. Kaiser with 2 points. That's their triple that had so many points on Friday, and really the leaders of this team that need to figure out ways to score.
Look at the close range touches, and Reese, she's just starting to kill it right now. This is one thing that works perhaps in Michigan's favor. It is largely a poised, mature, very measured team. But they're down early, and they're going to have to find the response.
The Browns usually their go-to player for figuring out a way to get out of a sticky situation, but tell you what, the defense is locked down on her today. And you know what, Ellis, a little chippy out there.
Well, no one wants to give up the ball. That's a classic. You see that often, especially on the tie-up.
I'll tell you what, Angel Reese is not going to give up the ball. She is ultra competitive, got a little sass to her game. And I'll tell you what, Poole as well. Never want to be the last person. Yeah, it looks
8
like
turnovers. You see the disparity there.
Michigan going to a zone now, trying something.
They are in control right now. Now Reese up with the right, banks it in.
Again, her ability to score in unorthodox ways. She's right-handed, left-handed. She's on the floor now. Just her activity level for Angel Reese out there.
Kaiser, winner to the Sweet 16, and LSU is doubling up Michigan at the end of the first. Now Morris between the legs. Works off the screen. Williams up with the right hand again. Bounces out. There's Johnson to Reese. Blocked by Brown. Morris finds Reese. Checks the timer. Back out to Morris. May have to let it go. 2 seconds. It's up. That's no good, but LSU. And so she's already got her double-double, 13 points, 14 rebounds. That is more than Michigan has as a team.
Well, let's see if Michigan went to the locker room and they can regroup. You know, they've been doubled up, 15 points to 30 for LSU. They were not very effective at the offensive end, and especially, I'm just going to name, Brown, Kaiser, and Nolan.
Yeah, she's been terrific on the defensive end. The sophomore from Cincinnati, and she's plays like anything but a sophomore. So here's Michigan with a little bit of a zone look.
Yeah, they showed that look at the end of the second quarter as well, and get a turnover right there by LSU.
Careless pass opens the door. Michigan has advanced to consecutive Sweet 16s. If they can mount the comeback, it would be 3 in a row should it win today. Brown and a quick 5-0 spurt. Morris feeds the corner. Johnson, dribble drive to Reese. Got blocked. Ball winds up in Williams' hand. Puts it up. Here comes Brown. Kaiser went tumbling on the way back. Michigan with the first 5 points in the third quarter.
That's a lot of contact right there from no foul.
The whistle. Poole takes it away. Brown a little ginger coming back the other way. Poole flips it to Reese. Up with the right. One more time. Down and out. Several times we've seen some close range looks for Reese. Just bounce out. And then instead, we get the foul on Morris.
She's getting into her, under her.
Reese takes it away. On the break, lays it up. Brown's got it. Remember, they whistled Morris for that foul a moment ago. Near giveaway, Williams cleans it up and scores.
And again, cutting into this lead just a little bit more.
A critical run after falling behind by 15 at the break. They were down as many as 17 in the first. Flip to Reese. Up with the right. Banks it in and the foul. Worked really hard for that latest basket the first 4.5 minutes of this half. LSU now a new timer. Poole for 3.
Come on. 19 offensive rebounds right now, and you look at second chance opportunities at 15. Those 3 were added.
Williams, nice up and under, going to the free throw line. NCAA.com. Her brother Julian was busy in Birmingham, went for 17 and 9 in Maryland's round of 64 win a couple of days ago. Now they just got eliminated by Alabama last night. So Williams' free throws has it back to an 11-point game.
A little bit of a 3/4 court press right there for Michigan. Just to mix things up against LSU here. Take some time off the clock.
Johnson, the layup, got fouled on the way in.
So if you go to the Seattle Regional, you get to see 8 teams, including Iowa. Some exciting teams.
Final 4 in Dallas, all part of the road to the title game for Flau'jae Johnson. Feely against Johnson in the air, into the paint, walked. And they've turned it over 12 times, and we keep referencing just the rebound disparity as well. I mean, all signs are pointed to LSU. Feely leads the way. She has 7 for Michigan. That's all their top scorer has, though, in this game. Backdoor cut, difficult pass. The layup is good. Feely once again with another acrobatic layup underneath the rim. Michigan is shooting 36% from the floor. LSU overwhelming them with just the number of chances it's had on this end. Morris lines it up. Reese the follow. There's a foul though on the floor. Reese wants him to count it. It's going to be on the floor.
A great job of coaching when you have somebody like Angel Reese and also Williams, LaDasia Williams with her size.
Reese catch and fire. And then a loose ball foul on LSU. And this is a Michigan team that she struggled with at times when she was with Maryland.
Yeah, we looked up
with LSU in the penalty, some free throws on the other end.
Yeah, we looked up the statistics of Angel Reese against Michigan the last couple of years, and a little bit concerned, I think, coming into this game, considering that she struggled to get catches and score the ball very well. She has just blown those numbers out of the water.
She is not dealing with Naz Hillman anymore.
They're physical and composed and great without Naz, but they were dynamite. Such an imposing force on the interior last season and the prior seasons as well for Michigan.
Got a veteran roster, which we've alluded to. They finished top 5 in the Big Ten this year, but struggling today against the interior force of Angel Reese without her. Brown got her hand on that out of bounds.
LSU has not giving up very much easy today in that situation. It's very difficult for Michigan.
Reese comes to set the screen. Pull between the legs. Flips it to Reese. One dribble goes up. That's good.
That's what I would do if I was Poole.
Filia for 3. That's a big one. They are bringing their wonderful show, wit, and insight with them. The Bird and Taurasi show at the Final Four. March 31st and Sunday, April 2nd, live on ESPN2, plus on ESPN+. Williams falling out of bounds, had to just give it away. This is Morris. Reese, one dribble, jarred away. There's a reach-in foul. 20 points. This is the 6th time this year she's gone 20-20. Just the unstoppable force inside all year. About 2 seconds the difference between shot and game clock. It has not been easy today for Michigan. Down 16. Brown hounded by Reese. Cecilia looking for something to the rim. Rejected. Shot clock violation, and LSU's got it with 1.7 to go.
That play right there was all Angel Reese from the time that she was getting the crowd into it, telling them to get on their feet.
Just a exclamation for a quarter in which Michigan played really well. Here's 1 second. Morris did not get it off before the horn. And the Tigers extend their lead. It's a 16-point cushion heading to the 4th quarter. Their 3rd straight Sweet 16 appearance.
I thought South Carolina's bench was critical today. I mean, they are just so deep, as we see. Another basket by Williams, but I have seen it happen before where the best team doesn't win.
It just looked unbeatable, yes, as has been the case all year. The 1 seed in this region, Indiana. It will be in the rest of the second round. You know, Angel Reese is going to get a lot of attention, deservedly so, for another 20-20 performance. She's got 21 and 20 rebounds. Make it 21 and 21. Okay, there's the 22nd. They got hacked. Emily Kaiser commits the personal.
So 2 free throws by your chosen free throw shooter, in this case Morris. The ball out of bounds.
This is LSU's best free throw shooter. That is Morris.
We'll have free throws as well.
I was going to say, Reese has 2, coming up.
Exactly. If you were Michigan and your game plan was don't let Angel Reese get touches on the low block and box her out, and it hasn't gone well, I don't think, for Michigan today.
Williams turns into traffic and scores it right over Kaiser. 5 blocks for the junior. Nolan hits that one.
I almost feel like Michigan needs to go to their trap a little bit and create some opportunities, possibly make LSU turn the ball over. They have a really nice quarter court trap they put on.
Poole to Reese, chucks it up, gets fouled again.
A lot of coaches, I think, would be possibly not allowing her to take a shot like that. That's the difference, I think, with Tim Mulkey.
Well, and it's led to no one in the country takes more free throws than Angel Reese. And today she's converted. She's 9 of 11 at the floor. At the line, I should say. Here's Brown trying to improvise. Poole knocked it away, and then there's a whistle afterward. 13 seconds. 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 13 seconds It's an offensive foul. Poole draws it.
There for Michigan right now, and it's showing up on the court. And Poole has done a terrific job, I think, here. You see the little push-up with the left hand. Poole has been great in the starting position today. She has flustered Brandt, not allowing her to get easily dribble.
Yep. I think you've used the right word, flustered.
Yes.
Johnson for three. Buries it. LSU has busted it wide open in the fourth. Velia with the response.
16 points for the sophomore, and again, it doesn't even look like she was out all of February. Really in rhythm offensively. Just too powerful, this LSU team.
An easy one for Reese. There's a whistle and a tie-up. LSU ball.
Those two players have a special relationship, and this has been, again, a clinic by LSU, I think, defensively and on the boards.
Hard team to play against and a hard building to play in.
I mean, come on. Michigan has played Ohio State, Indiana, Iowa. It's not like they've played teams that haven't prepared them for a game like this and a crowd like this. But as Morris scores, it's just Kim Mulkey has her team on point today. She said, hey, we just want to get one more win than we had last year.
26-win season in Mulkey's first season back in her home state. Ohio State, the aforementioned, in this building. And, you know, they lost a lead in that game. They were playing maybe injured and shorthanded. Johnson with the latest triple. Feely has been really the only option that's worked at times today for Michigan. She now has 20 with that latest basket. 29-2. They didn't lose a game inside this building. And this program, which had not reached the second weekend, oh, Morris, what a pretty move. They are flashing some signs that might harken back to the days of Sylvia Fowles, Simone Augustus, when this program went to 5 straight Final Fours. I think just the energy in the building, the reception around this community for this team, you know, it hasn't been seen in a little while. Reese with another block. LSU 60 seconds away. Meanwhile, Michigan, another 20-win season. This is their record 5th straight NCAA Women's Championship, Kim Barnes-Arico just keeps raising the bar, and while the season is going to end earlier than they would like, out of this world, 26 rebounds. She almost out-rebounded Michigan.
Yep. 27.
Did you just tie the record? We spoke with her after Friday's game, and we mentioned one last time in this building. And you can see the jubilation. Just the pure joy. Hugs all around.
Yeah, this place is about to erupt. I have to just take a second to say Maddie Nolan, Leah Brown, Emily Kaiser, those seniors, what a job they have done all season long. A tough loss for them, but great win for LSU.
LSU moving on to the Sweet 16. Into the second weekend of this tournament for the first time in 9 years. Flex on him, Angel Reese.